Layup Lounge members, welcome to the NBA playoff episode of the Layup Lounge. My name is Wayne. I'm here with Roman, and we are here in the Layup Lounge. We're gonna get straight to it here in the playoff episode. We have a lot of series to cover. Let's go ahead and start in the East.
Okay.
Let's start with the Celtics series.
Okay.
I just want your instant reaction. You have Celtics in 5. Does this still line up with your instant prediction for what's gonna happen to them?
I predicted Celtics in 5. It's very much looking still Celtics in 5. If Embiid was in this series, I would have said Celtics in 6 or even 7, honestly. That's how good Embiid is, but because he's not out there on the court, I knew they'd get one. I didn't think there was going to be a sweep happening there. And there's a different series where I think it's going to be the only sweep of the playoffs, and we'll talk about that later, but I think, Philly has some pride, and they got some guys. Paul George has been hooping this year. VJ Edgecombe has been hooping this year. Still looking like Celtics in 5, but shout out to Philly.
Kind of want to do a little deep dive on this one since you're a Portland guy.
Okay.
Hawks versus New York Knicks.
Woo.
And let's talk about my boy CJ McCollum right now. Was Damian Lillard holding him back? I feel like he's showing his true effort and his true standard as a franchise player right now. He went to the Garden, flexed his muscle. He said that he's really him. I need to know how you feel about this. I mean, Hawks in 6, it's still looking like it's on par for that. But at the same time, CJ McCollum looks like he might have had the keys in Portland. He might have needed the keys out in Oregon when he was back there. I don't know.
Holding him back is very strong. That's very strong. I see this more as of there's no other guard on the Hawks that can do what I can do. That's what I see that as. Who on the Hawks can do what CJ do? Like, this is his team. He got traded for Trae Young, the dude that holds the ball a lot of the time. So he's just the new Trae Young. And he's a seasoned vet. He's been in these situations. We saw, you remember the Denver versus Portland series where that game 7, that was all CJ. Dame let him do his thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Dame was holding him back at all. If anything, he let him do his thing. He let him cook. He's trying to pass him the ball when it's appropriate. It was a back and forth. They were the second best backcourt for a very long time under Steph and Clay, in my opinion at least. So I don't think Dame was holding him back at all. And I just think that specifically Hawks in game 2, I think that was just one of those situations where it was his time. He got his name called and it was time to go. It was time to go.
I don't know, man. He looked like the guy out there. He kind of looked like Dame. He looked like Dame Light, maybe Dame Pro. I don't know. We'll have to
Dame
see.
Pro.
Let's go to the next series, though.
Okay.
We're talking Orlando versus Detroit. You have Orlando in 7.
I do.
They barely got into the playoffs. They're battling with the 1 seed right now. They lost today. What are we feeling? What's going on with Orlando?
I still feel good with Orlando in 7. I think that stealing home court was the main goal. It's always the main goal as the road team going into a playoff situation. Taking home court. They did that in game 1. Game 2, struggled in that third quarter, as we just saw. But I think that they're still in a great spot going back to Orlando. I do think they're going to split games in Orlando, and I think it's going to be 2-2 going back to Detroit. But I think that Orlando matches well with the Detroit Pistons.
Mm-hmm. And then the worst series of them all, Cleveland versus Toronto, we saved for last. Get your brooms out.
Yeah, I said Cavs in 5. Maybe Toronto gets turned up in a game 4 situation. Maybe it's one of those situations where they don't want to get swept and they try very, very hard.
Iceman comes out May 15th. If they can get to the drop of Iceman, I don't know if the playoff series lines up with that. If they could get if the series can get to the drop of Iceman.
Do you know what today is? What's today's date?
Hold on, though. It's
April 22nd.
That comes out like 20 days. More than 20 days. There's no way.
When is game 7? We got to find out. If game 7
is like May 7th,
if game 7 is around drop time or drop week,
I promise you, brother. There's no way.
He could rally him. That's all I'm going to say.
If he really wanted to rally him, he'd give him the unreleased tape right now.
He might have
to do that. There's no way. There's no.
Game 7, would be May 3rd.
So that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. And there's still 12 more days after.
He got to slide him the unreleased. He got
to give him the unreleased.
A couple tracks.
Okay. Well, we're going to start. I'm actually going to start with your team. The Lakers versus the Rockets. I had the Rockets in 6. It is very much not looking that way. Wayne, talk about your Lake show. Talk about the Rockets, too. What is this series looking like?
It's LeBron James, man. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell the world. LeBron James, still a top 5 player, still a top 3 player in this league, still a top 3 player in this game. I don't know why we ever doubted the king. He wears a crown for a reason.
I don't think there was doubt. Hold on.
Did you see? Hold on. Did you see him do the reverse windmill in the half court? That's all I got to talk about. KD, meanwhile, looking like a victim. I want you to still come home, brother. You know, doors open, come home to Seattle. I'm not talking crazy. We all seen it, though. It's not looking nice in Houston. Ride it out, get your bread. When the contract lines up, though, doors open to Seattle. That's all I'm trying to say.
Who is he supposed
but
to
he
pass
was
the
getting
ball to?
blitzed. Kevin Durant was getting blitzed.
Rightfully so. Who else is there to pass the ball to? You acting like that's KD's fault.
Okay, so I'm not acting like it's KD. I'm just telling what I'm seeing on paper.
Okay.
We all saw it. He's getting blitzed. He has no help. He don't really want to hoop there right now. And it's evident. It's okay. Meanwhile, Bron's doing his thing. He's rallying. They said he wasn't going to get it done. They're out Luka. They're out Reeves. Bron said move around. Shit, it's 2-0. It's going to be a sweep probably. I don't see the Houston Rockets turning this shit around. They're still beefing after the Kevin Durant tweets when he called out his whole teammates, the burner account, whatnot. We're going to find out the shit that's going to happen this offseason with the Rockets. I think they're going to blow the whole shit up. Something has to change. But, it's looking good for the Lake Show right now. Luka's supposed to come back soon. He's supposed to come back first round. That's what Sham said. Don't know if they're going to need him, but he's coming back first round. And Reeves is slated to come back sometime in May. So the band is coming back together. Perfect timing before we see the big dogs. But right now we have to move the Rockets out the way. And, yeah.
Man, it's looking like Lakers in like 6. And now it's looking like Lakers in 6. It's looking like Lakers in 6. LeBron James. I don't think anyone doubted LeBron James. I think they doubted the others. And I think that's been the key to the series is the others. Luke Kennard had 27. And I think he had like another 20 piece last night. So it's really been him, honestly. He's been more important to them, not other than Bron, of course. No, not other than Bron, of course. But he's been the second most important player on their team.
The big three of Bron, Kennard, and Marcus Smart.
Right, but the Rockets been buns. They've been poop. We've seen that. We knew that. They had nobody to space the floor. They're blitzing KD, like you said. He had 9 turnovers last night. He looked mortal. And I think we're looking at the last time he's going to be a Houston Rocket. He's going to find another. He's going to keep moving around until he finds a steady home. And it might end up being in Seattle.
The 206. Hey, the 206, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. But we can also talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves because they have also split the series going back to Minnesota. Edwards, we were talking about it during the game we were watching. His knees looked done. His knee looked cooked. But the others were the ones that were getting it done for him. Dante DiVincenzo was huge. We love to hate him, but Rudy Gobert was really big, specifically on the defensive end, guarding Jokic. How are we feeling about that series?
It's one of those back and forth, push and pull. I still got the Wolves pulling it out. I feel like they got more depth, more bodies to throw at the Nuggets at the end of the day. But Jokic is a machine. Jamal Murray's hooping. But now that the series headed back to Minnesota, come on now, it's time to turn up on these boys. Ant-Man, knees is cooked. They have a supporting cast like no other, though. They have the best supporting cast in the league, in my opinion. They got so many dudes you could sub in and just go get a bucket. So many dudes you could throw to them. They can go get 2. I mean, at the end of the day, I got the Wolves still taking out this series.
I have OKC in 5. I don't think the Suns have nearly enough talent, nearly enough just IQ, basketball skill to even, get on the level of OKC. Do you think they can make this interesting or make this series interesting because they're for sure not winning that series?
I like Phoenix in 5 too. I like OKC in 5. Yeah. I hope Dylan Brooks makes things interesting, maybe get a couple more technicals on the way out.
Draymond style,
wild out one more time. But get your money's worth. But yeah, I don't think they have enough gumption, enough bigs, enough rotational players to actually compete with this Thunder team.
Yeah. All right, well, this is the series I really wanted to talk about. The Blazers versus the Spurs. Just to give a quick recap, it was a battle early, and then Wemby face plants to the ground after Drew Holiday pulls the chair on him. It looked like he got knocked out cold. I'm not sure if that was really the case, but he was laying there for quite a while. He tried to get up wobbly, went straight to the locker room, and they were still in the game. The Spurs almost still won the game. They were up 14 with like 8 minutes to go in the fourth until the Blazers happened. The Blazers had been playing phenomenal defense, and it was the scoop game. I had Blazers at 6. I had that before the series started. I feel even more confident now, especially if Wemby cannot go. What's the outlook for you?
If Wemby can go, it's a wrap for you boys.
The first game he was looking crazy.
Hold on though, we got to talk about what your social media team posted.
Okay.
Does that shake the dice up a little bit? For those that don't know, the Trailblazers social media on Twitter, on Instagram, they soft launched a Damian Lillard return. We don't know what that means. He was out there warming up in a hoodie. He had like some Air Forces on, but he was shooting, and they put the eye emojis. Don't know what that means. Is he coming back? If they win this round, is he coming back? Is he coming back for these playoffs? He could. If he comes back for this series, I'm gonna roll with y'all. I'm gonna roll with y'all.
Especially no Wemby. Especially no Wemby. Absolutely.
I think he's the catalyst now. The fact that they soft launched it. If Dame comes back for this Spurs series, I think the Trailblazers will win it. Objectively, I think they'll win it. Apparently, regardless if they have Wemby or not.
Really? You think they can beat him
if Dame comes back? I think the fact that they even launched the idea of him potentially coming back, that would be enough for the fans, the rest of the team.
Do you think he should come back?
Why not? What else? What are we risking right now? We're in the playoffs. It's now a series. Wemby's questionable. What do we play for? We play to win. Like, sub him in, bro. Especially at City of Portland. He'd love to turn up for y'all one more time.
Apparently, Willis Reed did this a long time ago. I got to look up exactly how that went down. But apparently, he was, I don't know if he was just named out for the season. All of a sudden, he just came back for the playoffs unannounced, just showed up. I've seen, like, even Lou Williams talk about Dame needs a rollout before he comes. I don't think he's one of those guys. He was trying to compare him to Jason Tatum with the commercials and everything. I don't think he's that type of guy. I think if anybody would come back, it would be Dame. And I would. They
posted it for a reason.
I would love to see it. I mean, he'd definitely have to be the sixth man. I think. I don't think you just start him. But what a sixth man he would be if he was able to return.
Just the threat of Damian Lillard. He's on the scouting report. He's out there. It's the You got to watch out for him.
No, for sure, absolutely.
Rapid fire to get to our next subject. Let's talk about some yearly awards that have been announced. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama. You agree?
Oh. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's probably going to win it 5 straight times.
Best defender in the NBA. I think that's
maybe obvious. And by the end of his career, all time.
Mm-hmm. Sixth Man of the Year going to another Spur, Keldon Johnson. Yes, no?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else was coming off the bench this year. Who?
From the Heat.
How many Jaquez?
He averaged 3 more points than them.
But they buns. No, losing who? Losing who? Losing who?
Listen. So just because the team didn't perform how they, I still think it's an individual.
His own coach don't like him.
What that mean?
I don't know.
So
is
that what you saying?
I don't know. It's bad hoops in Miami. All around. They're a mediocre team, mediocre franchise. Heat culture doesn't exist. It don't exist. I promise you, it's overrated. LeBron is the Miami Heat. Not even D Wade. LeBron is the Miami Heat. Because what have they done since LeBron's been there? Absolutely nothing. Huh?
Udonis has them still there.
See, and then the fact that Jimmy Butler is probably like their 3rd best player all time is ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous. Is he not? Jimmy's not the 3rd best player.
It
goes.
Alonzo Mourning. Okay, they got Alonzo Mourning is definitely taking them to the finals in 2020 and 2023 as the 8th seed. Yeah, Alonzo Mourning's doing that. Hell no, absolutely not. Jimmy Butler, and I think for a long time he was a little overrated, but him as a Miami Heat player, he was great. He was great. He was phenomenal. I got to give him his credit. He took an 8th seed that was in the play-in to the finals. We all knew they were going to lose to Denver, but you got to respect the fact that they got there. You got to respect it. Who else is doing that? Even my GOAT Dame Lillard hasn't done that. I mean, it's in the West. It's different, but still, I mean, I gotta give credit where it's due. He did it damn near by himself. Who's his second best player? Tyler Hero? Are you kidding me? He's a bench player. Tyler Hero's a bench player. Your 6th man cannot be your second best player on the team. That's just me. But Alonzo Mourning, no. Jimmy Butler is a top 3 Heat player of all time. It goes D Wade. No, scratch that. It goes LeBron James, D Wade, and then Jimmy Butler.
The East was getting ran through back then, but that was anybody was getting anything they wanted.
Oh yeah.
I have a start bench cut question, Roman. Hair of the year, start bench cut. Jalen Suggs giving it up and going bald. Jalen Brunson's twists.
Okay.
Or Jaylen Brown's hairspray. Start bench cut those 3, please.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna start Jalen Suggs because I respect the fact that he let it go. He knew when to let it go, and I gotta give credit for that.
Yes.
We gotta bench Brunson. We gotta bench Brunson. He's gonna eventually go bald because of these twists.
Let those go.
No, he's gonna eventually go bald though. That's the thing. I think at this point he has to stick with it because I'm sure when he lets go of his hair,
his is gonna.
He got the Stephen A. Smith, but it's just higher up. He got the Ryland Brown. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's great. Shout out to Coach Brown. And yeah, we can't respect the Beijing. I'm sorry. We gotta cut Jaylen Brown because Come on, you're driving to the basket and I got paint on my jersey when you're driving to the cup. Like you play pickup, you already don't want to like guard the sweaty dude, like the really sweaty dude that's on the other team playing pickup. You already don't want to do that. And you don't want to do that. Plus, he got hair paint. He got the Carlos Boozer on his head, bro. Like it's crazy. That's ridiculous. So he should have never let his braids go. If that's what it was gonna come down to, he's got to get cut. And honestly, it's probably the worst hair in NBA history. I don't know what. I mean, the Boozer, and yeah,
in history. That might be a reach. That might be a reach. The Boozer, you already said it. The Boozer's objectively.
The Boozer was crazy. Well,
Boozer's crazy.
Okay. Boozer painting his beard too, though.
Yeah, okay, that was nasty. Yeah, it might be.
That nigga was artificial.
Yeah.
Lounge members, thank you for locking in for this playoff special of the Layup Lounge.
Yeah.
Yet again, my name is Wayne, and this is
Roman. And one more thing, real quick.
Danny
Avdija is one of the greatest downhill players I've ever seen in my life. No one can stop him when he goes to the basket. Scoot Henderson, is he one of the greatest Blazer point guards we ever seen? I don't know. What? Did he take Dame's chain? I don't know. No, he did not. But for a game.
So you're going to sit here and say that Dame didn't hold back CJ McCollum.
No, he did not.
But in one game, Scoot snatched Dame's chain? That's nuts.
All I'm going to say is I love Damian Lillard. He's never played defense ever in his life the way that Scoot Henderson has in these first 2 games ever. I swear to God, I've never seen defense from Damian Lillard. Scoot Henderson he's averaging 25 a game while getting 3 steals. But that's going to wrap it up. More playoffs are on the way. And go Blazers. And
go Blazers, man.
Go Blazers and L's.